Hi guys, welcome to another episode of OMG WAT DAT. My name is Jubu, and tonight we are at Pu'u'o Mahuka. Yes, the largest heiau on the island of Oahu. I'm actually here with Ducky, who I will show later, but she's currently right now my chauffeur, and we're here to explore. Let's do this. Anyway, so welcome to Pu'u'o Mahuka here at night. It's one of the better nights to actually go. I'm trying to show the moon as we go. But here at Pu'u'o Mahuka, guys, is the largest heiau on the island. And basically we're here tonight to just check this place out and get an idea. Sorry, the light is kind of blaring, but there you go. Might be better. Anyway, I'm here to show you the place and give you an idea of the largest heiau here on Oahu. Just to give you a heads up though, before I even say or do anything over here, one thing to note, guys, when you do come to these locations, once again, this is a heiau, so like most times when I'm telling people this left and right, when you do come to these locations, respect the area. Don't walk on the rocks, don't stand on the rocks, don't go playing inside of heiaus. That's one thing I've actually seen. The heiaus are supposed to be sacred, guys, and when you come across signs like this, right there, always keep in mind that these are sacred sites and you're not supposed to be really just jumping around and all that kind of stuff on these rocks. I've seen videos where people actually climbed on these rocks, which is a no-no. The Hawaiian culture will actually, a lot of people will actually go off on you if you actually do. But right now I'm dual cameraing, so for those of you who are interested in what I'm actually doing right now, I'm actually just exploring the location with the dual cam right now. So just so that you guys can see me and the reactions and stuff. But like I said, we are at Pu'u'o Mahuka, the largest heiau on the island, and basically it's located on the north shore up Pupukea, and this is actually a luakini heiau, originally created so that they can win victories. Now this heiau is in 3 tiers. The largest tier is the top tier and is supposedly the oldest part of the heiau. Originally they said this was created as a luakini. I've heard rumors also that this is actually supposed to be a birthing heiau, but I don't know about that. It is what it is though. So let's go in and explore. Now, as for this place, there's 3 tiers like I was saying. The top tier is supposed to be the oldest of the tiers, and it's the one that's the most groomed. Let me turn this down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll turn on this. It's a clear night, little breeze out there, but we'll go walking down the trail. Well, I'm just gonna go around the heiau so that you guys actually know, and then while I'm doing that I can be talking to you guys. But this is actually a luakini heiau. I'm trying to remember who originally was the king at this time, but this was made prior to Kamehameha being here. Now it is said that when Kamehameha actually made it over here, Heva actually made this into a really like a super good heiau. I got insects climbing on top of me, but this is right here. For those of you, this is like the line right here that breaks up the top to the second tier, and it's all not grown. It's like kind of grown out. But talking about the heiau, guys, and the pohaku. Pohaku are actually the rocks that ring the heiau. That I'm following this trail. I'm not gonna go to another trail, so I'm just gonna follow the trail all the way through. But this is the heiau, and we're actually on the second tier side now. This heiau was designed as a luakini, like I was saying earlier. And what a luakini heiau is all about is a sacrifice heiau, a blood heiau, and basically they used to sacrifice people and animals. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't fall over. Humans and animals for victory. It is said that once they did that, a lot of people, the victory should be won based on whoever prayed enough to coup. That's what I was told. But it's one of the largest heiau. One thing I gotta note though, don't go into the heiau, like particularly right here. It looks like somebody chose to go inside. It's a no-no. And in regards to the pohaku, guys, something I've always been telling people is if the pohaku should fall in front of you, don't pick it up. Don't put it back and all that kind of thing. Looks like somebody cleared out this section right here. Last time I was here, this is really overgrown. But yeah, all the way up there is the road, but this is actually the wall. Sorry guys, I thought I heard a kind of like a voice. I am here alone today, so now that I recognize. That's a bird, a shearwater in fact. So we'll just keep on walking. So anyway, since we got to it, I'm gonna bring up a subject. Okay, right behind me, for those of you who aren't sure, okay, these are offerings over here, guys. The one thing I always tell people, now there are signs out here that tell you not to do this unless you're a kahuna or a priest or something. But the reason why people do this, I don't know. Probably they're giving offerings to the heiau, but that you see right there shouldn't be happening. And that's I'd say maybe a few months ago. But offerings, you shouldn't be making offerings. It states it on the signs that's here. The reason why is really these. I heard a whistling. I heard it again. Anyway, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about the offering stuff later. Let's just explore the thing out, because I'm kind of slightly freaking out because of that noise. Anyway, this is a trail to that back area. We're not gonna go there though, so I'm just gonna continue on. You guys heard that? I heard a whistle again. This time was a pretty good whistle. So we'll just keep on walking. I do believe we're at the base now. This is the base of Pu'u and as we round the corner, it is said that this one particular area, this corner area, is the entrance on the back, on the very bottom. But we'll get to the point where we're actually gonna be right next to the cliff. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have my gimbal on today, so as we're going on, this is actually the road, not the road, but the backside of the Pohaku. As you can tell, it's a pretty good stack of rocks and all that. So we're rounding off the corner, and I want to show you a area that's fairly looked out at. Anyway, we'll go to the overlook. This is weird. I'm hearing voices. I am by myself, so it could just be my mind playing with me as usual. But we are in a non-night marcher time, so there shouldn't be any type of that kind of stuff here tonight. Down there, if you guys can see it, is actually Waimea Bay. Yeah, this is the heiau that's located on the top of the cliffs of Waimea Bay, guys. So anyway, for those of you who are wondering why do I come out here at night doing this kind of stuff, first off, primarily I come out here just to explore and get my thrills. If you look at it, you know, most people don't really like doing this at night anyway, but the night compared to day, there's a major difference between that. First off, you get the eerie feelings and all that kind of thing a lot more. Secondly, exploring at night is actually, in my opinion, a lot better. Just turning back this check if anything's following me. And the trees here look so spooky. But this is the heiau on the other side of where we were. Yeah, I don't know what those whistles were, which is kind of freaky, or slightly freaking me out. But you know what? If it is the spirits here, thank you for showing me something. What is this? Dog food. Anyway, to continue on. Heard it again. So as we climb out of the forest, the second level, I'm feeling more relieved that the trees are actually open and more, you know, like inviting. I hear it again. Hopefully it's from the road. Anyway, what sounds like somebody talking. Now we're headed, sorry, had to like lower my my thing. But that light that you guys see, I don't know if you guys can see the light. We're actually at the clearing now, which is on the top level of Pu'u. That little light in the distance is actually Mount Ka'ala. And it actually has an observatory up there. It's a weather observatory, by the way, guys. So if one day you guys are out here somewhere, somebody left a bottle of water. I'm gonna throw it away. It is a nice place to go. But this is Pu'u Mahuka at night. Oh, I almost freaked out there, guys. I thought there was a shadow that I just seen, but it's just the rocks playing around with me. Oh, anyway, that's a good slight scare there. Yeah, I don't want to be seeing shadows when you're here by yourself. It could be one of two things. It could be a ghost, or it could also be the spirits. Anyway, so I'm headed to the rock. Now, I'm not exactly sure why this rock right here, guys, is so important, but I have a feeling this is the rock that they use to behead or kill their people on the sacrifices. Now, this is the rock I've also seen that a few people online has actually stepped on, jumped on, and all that. Guys, remember, when you do come here, respect the place. Don't go laying down on rocks. Don't go, jumping on rocks thinking it's all okay. You will get yourself bocce, and bocce is not good. Yeah. Anyway, so we're at what I was told was a sacrifice rock. They used to supposedly not hang, but have the sacrifice lay over and have their head hung over. At which point they'll bash it down, and it would just draw, and yeah, the blood would coagulate and all that. Feeling weird, so I'm gonna kind of walk away from it. But it is said that's where they used to do the deed. Now, for those of you who's looking for views, past that tree right there, hopefully you can see it, is actually H1. I'm not going to go all the way down there because it's pretty steep, and it's also kind of dangerous. So I'm going to try to avoid the area. Yeah. This water thing is starting to get really annoying. I heard that. And I heard steps. Anyway. That is so freaky. This is one of those rare nights that I hear something. Hopefully you guys caught that. You heard that on camera. And I have two mics going on, so two boom mics in fact, because like I said, I'm here today by myself, so sorry, that's the radio. What's going on?
Nothing, why?
Oh, I thought you were calling. Yeah, and that was Ducky. You guys heard that? The radio went off. And she said she didn't even try. So, it is what it is. Let's continue on. I'm kind of getting freaked out over here because we are by the sacrifice rock. And yeah, I know that blood drops energy in the area. Thank you, spirits, for letting me walk around. Oof. I'm getting a creepy feeling now just for that thing. Anyway, so as we go on, This right here, for those of you, sorry. I hope you guys can hear that. I'm gonna try to face it toward the noise that I hear. What it sounds like is a female. I'll elaborate on the stories once we get through walking around. But I thought I heard a female over there also, in this area. Hello? Anyway, not gonna push my luck. I'm gonna keep going. But the sound is actually coming from this location right here, this back corner. And it is said, well, I'll tell you the story. This is a modern day story actually. It is said that there was a homeless guy who used to feed the cats and all that. I'm hoping you guys can catch that. But one day while he was feeding the cats, what ended up happening is he went too far and he supposedly fell off the cliff. It is said he went far because he heard a female voice calling to him. And it's supposedly in this location right here. Now, I don't know if that's the same call I'm hearing right now, but it's pretty weird. Like I said, I heard what sounded like chanting. Well, that's what I call it, chanting, in this back location. And then I've been hearing weird clicks or like whistles. Assuming that you guys got it on video, like I got it on the mic, I'll point it out. But yeah, it's weird. But this is Pu'u'o Mahuka. Anyway, as we continue on, once I get this into the trash, yeah, we'll figure out what's going on. But this is Pu'u'o Mahuka. This is the top part. Almost fell down again. But right here, for those of you who want to know, this right here is actually other people. It's weird, something just brushed my arm. Yeah, it's just my mind getting crazy. But this is where people put offerings. It used to be in the past when during the old days that only the ali'i really can place offerings on top, and then there's a second level where the commoner would actually put their offerings. Now here, everybody puts offerings here. I still wouldn't recommend it, but it is what it is. But I've seen Asian people come over here and pray and do offerings here too. So I don't know if this is turned into a hybrid thing now, but yeah. So I'm gonna show you Pu'u'o Mahuka. This is where I do believe the oracle tent used to be, right here. And then of course all the empty spot over there is supposed to be all of the areas. Just remember guys, you guys are not supposed to be going into the heiau itself. So when you do visit this area, don't go inside of the heiau. It is not a place for you guys to go hanging out on and all that. So anyway, so like I was saying, hey, it's a friend. like I was saying earlier, there are stories here, ghost stories, that supposedly has weird stuff. First off, this is a night marcher location. So on new moon phase, the final phases of the new moon, that's when supposedly the night marchers come down here, and they're trekking to Waimea Valley to another heiau located on the very bottom. It's a lono heiau. Unlike up here, that's a peace heiau. But up here is actually a ku heiau, a blood heiau. And it is said that on those nights, if you stay here long, you will hear the night marchers. Now, how do you know? If you've watched other videos that I've done, or other people's videos, you know that the night marchers are always accompanied by a conch shell. Always sounds like this. Oh, I did it wrong. Not like that, but it's something like this. But it's also accompanied by fireballs. Now, if you should see the fireballs, it's already too late. Best way to stop this from actually happening, anyway, what the night marchers are all about is it's Hawaiian warriors that's making sure that the areas are being respected. So they march from top of the mountain to the sea and visiting all of these sacred sites. Now, one thing I keep reminding people when you do come to places like the heiau is don't go stepping on the pohaku. Don't go into the heiau. Number one, don't go into the heiau. Don't start wrapping leaves. Wrapping rocks in leaves that's in this area is kind of like taking somebody's shoe and presenting them that shoe as a present. What you should be doing is you should be wrapping a real offering in tea leaf from somewhere else, say food or whatever, and then that's a real offering. Some signs at some heiau actually say stuff like this, which actually states, show respect. Don't wrap rocks. Reason why? These rocks were planted here a long time ago. And most are actually walked here. They actually came here, they brought it here hand by hand. Most times it's a long line of Hawaiians that would bring each and every rock to these heiaus. These heiaus normally mark a high mana area. That's why if they drop the pohaku, they can't pick it up. It's considered tainted at that point. Not tainted. It's considered that that's where it wants to go. So they're not going to pick it up. They're just going to continue on with moving the rock. So by wrapping rocks that's already here and putting it in leaves, then placing them on top of the walls is like ridiculing the gods. You don't want to be doing that. You know, it took them so many years to do this one area until I do believe Cam 2, but that's a whole different story altogether. But yeah, you don't want to be wrapping leaves unless it's a real offering and then placing it on top of the walls. Don't do that. It's not okay. Like I said, I've shown you a few already that's there that they're not supposed to be doing. It looks like they've cleaned up the place because the actual offerings I've seen in the past, I've been here many times and I've seen the real offerings and it's been taken down. So, but it is a clear night. So hopefully this is okay that we're doing this. Another thing to watch out for, guys, is don't come here. You know, it's okay to eat, have a picnic here, but when you come to these locations, always remember, okay, that's a radio coming from that location. So I don't think a ghost can sing like that. So I'm assuming it's a homeless person with the radio. So just keep in mind when you do come over here, guys, don't come over here and leave stuff. Take your trash with you. Don't, like how I found trash on the other side. I had to pick up the water bottle. I'm assuming just maybe a kid had forgotten the water bottle and all that kind of stuff. I just threw it away. So yeah, when you come to these places, have some reverence. Don't leave your trash here. Take it with you or put it in receptacles that are here. Now, talking about why we're actually here, other than the fact that we're exploring the location and showing the beauty of Pu'u'o Mahuka at night, there are stories here that is said to be here. Now, like I was saying earlier, the night marcher is supposedly, this is one of the treks they go through, and you don't really want to be here during that time. Night marchers, what they do is, if they see you look at them, they'll take your soul. Now, I know a few people will be like, yeah, take my soul, yeah. Believe it or not, guys, you don't want to be screwing around with the legend of the night marcher. Now, I don't come here on night marcher night because I'm not Hawaiian. So, but I do recognize the fact that we need to respect the area. So, like I was saying earlier, night marchers, you can tell if they're coming. You will hear the conch shell, the boo sound prior to them coming. If you see the fire, the torches, it's already too late. What you should be doing at that time, stripping naked. Yes, stripping naked. If possible, pee on yourself. And then lay prone, face down into the ground. And that's basically the only way, and hope they do not catch you. Once again, I underline hope. Okay, that's the night marcher. One of the reasons why is back in the days of the Hawaiian ali'i, no one was allowed to certain ali'is. You're not supposed to be look at them. Some of them, your shadow is not supposed to be even. His shadow should never fall on you, because if it does, that means you're gonna be sacrificed that day or something like that. But one of the reasons why the night marchers are here is they're guarding the ali'i, and they're still doing it. So yeah, never look up, and if you can, possibly pee on yourself, poop on yourself, or whatever. Make yourself seem like you're an animal. The more of an animal that you are, the less likely you'll be taken. Now, the other stories is like I was saying earlier about the old guy that had died in that right corner that I thought I heard, but I'm assuming now it's a homeless guy, because I don't believe a ghost can sing like a radio. But it is said that his spirit now haunts the location, that back corner, which I was pointing at earlier, and it's primarily because he was chasing after some girl voice and all that. The other things you'll notice when you come to this area is primarily the voices. Hopefully, while I was going around the end, you heard that, or we did record that and all that. And the voices, the slow, kind of like a whistling. Then the rustling. The rustling could have been animals, but yeah. So just be aware when you do come over here. Just have reverence. Now, I'll tell you the history of this location. Basically, this was, I think, made in the 1600s. It's before Kamehameha had come over here. This is actually part of a heiau complex that is kind of replicated on the Kauai side. When you burn torches, when they used to burn torches here, they would actually do the same thing on that side. It is said that during the raid towards Kauai, Kamehameha actually tried, he did a sacrifice thing over here to see if he would actually get good results on the attack of Kauai. One of his attacks actually failed because of a storm, and he never really conquered Kauai. What actually ended up happening is they had a diplomatic agreement. So Kauai actually became part of the Hawaiian nation after that. But this is the one area that supposedly, sorry, just looking around. There is another car here, so that sound you hear in the sound might be the radio. But that's one of the stories of this location. Now, it being a Luakini heiau, which is a blood heiau, blood like a for victory and all that kind of thing. It has a lot of mana. The blood soaked into the ground actually creates a lot of spiritual energy. Unlike how, like on this side of the heiau, it's calm, collect. When we were over there, you noticed weird sounds was happening. So that's why I came on this side, because it's actually kind of safer. For those of you who are actually looking through the area cam I'm using, you can actually see that I'm actually pointing the light on the opposite side. Now here's another story. Supposedly at one time, sailors came in to go collect water from Waimea. There was like a skirmish because of some kind of whatever, like how it is and stuff. Everybody fights over whatever. They were attacked. The sailors were attacked, and they were brought up here to be sacrificed. 3 of them, in fact, they were sacrificed up here, and yeah, that's part of the story up here that really no one really knows. Other than that, when you guys come up here, just remember, respect. I underline the word respect. Respect, respect, respect. Don't go climbing on the rocks. It's not okay. Don't go into the heiau. For those of you can see, I'm actually filming this so that you guys don't need to come up here if you don't need to. But yeah, don't go climbing on the heiau. Don't do weird stuff. And I underline, guys, you guys don't need to wrap leaves for respect. I mean, wrap rocks. Wrapping rocks is almost like an insult. Like I was saying earlier, it's like going into somebody's house, grabbing a book from their shelf, and then presenting it as an offering when that was originally theirs. The pohaku that's laid here originally came from all over the island, and they were brought here specifically for this heiau. So there's no need for you to do anything different. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm getting the marker that it says that I'm already getting close to the 1 hour mark. So just for the sake, my camera's getting weird. Anyway, so on behalf of Ducky, who's in the car, and myself, this is another episode of OMG WAT DAT here at Pu'u Mahuka. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Till the next episode, guys. See ya.